Our small group focused on a sixth grader named Eldin. Meet Eldin. Eldin watches as his partners, Jerry and Jose, put a card under the synonym category. The assignment was to sort sentences with unfamiliar words according to the specific type of context clue. Meanwhile, Eldin notices his sixth grade language arts teacher, Miss Schmidt, is working with a group of students to check their answers on the sort. I am not smart. When will I be able to help my group for once, or finish something first before everyone else? It was like this in Germany too. I always needed extra help with my German reading and writing. Ring! Time for lunch. Students leave their context clue sorts on the floor and head to lunch. They will be back for one more period of language arts after lunch. Eldin moved to the USA from Germany 2 years ago. He is originally from Bosnia. Eldin speaks Bosnian with his soccer teammates and friends. A highlight for Eldin's family is being able to live in a large Bosnian community where there is a Bosnian grocery store and restaurant near their home. In predicting challenging factors and positive factors for Eldin, we first want to talk about his home language. He speaks Bosnian at home. A challenging factor could be the difference with the way plural words are formed in Bosnian compared to English. The plural S and ES ending does not exist in the Bosnian language. A positive factor is that he can speak Bosnian at home well. Eldin's level of ELP, he was a level 3 on the language acquisition chart. A positive factor is that he has been in the United States for 2 years and is right on target with the expected language acquisition level. In looking at socioeconomic status, according to the Wright textbook, 60% of ELLs come from low-income homes. A possible challenging factor could be if one or more of his parents work during the evenings or can't afford supplemental materials to help Eldin, such as a tutor, books, technology resources. In looking at educational achievement, his parents are likely not yet educated in the U.S. A possible challenging factor here relates to his parents being able to help him with his English schoolwork. A positive factor is that Eldin lives in a neighborhood that has a large Bosnian community, and he brings that wealth of cultural and home language experiences that he can bring to his U.S. education. And looking at special education considerations, it would be essential for teachers to go through the MTSS, which used to be called RTI process here. A challenging factor for Eldin is that he is struggling in his literacy development. He may benefit from a Tier 2 intervention focused on a targeted area of need in the area of his literacy development. And then after a set time for this intervention, Eldin's progress may be reviewed, and depending on what the data shows, he could move to a more intensive Tier 3 intervention. A positive factor is that teacher teams or PLCs can work together to help Eldin make progress in his learning and literacy skills through common assessments and data collection and analysis. Other important factors of first language literacy, prior schooling, cultural background, issues of language, identity, and power for Eldin. On a positive note, with 2 years in the U.S. behind him, he's going to have those experiences to draw from and help his confidence in his newer country. A challenging factor for Eldin is that he attended school in Germany until 4th grade, and his literacy skills in German were minimal when he arrived. He has also continued to struggle his last 2 years in his literacy development. A possible challenging factor for Eldin may be that he struggles at school with his identity if he lives in a community that's entirely Bosnian, and then at school he's in a population that's different from his neighborhood. A positive factor is that teachers can help Eldin continue to embrace and grow in his Bosnian roots, as well as grow in learning the English language and culture. Teachers will play an essential part to help Eldin see himself as bringing value to his U.S. school and community because of his home life. In looking at Eldin's BICS and CALP, with his level 3 on language acquisition, he's in the speech emergent developing stage. His BICS is fluent in English, so he can have positive conversations with his peers about soccer, what they did on the weekend, what they like to do. He does not yet have proficiency in CALP, that academic language. His vocabulary is 3,000 words, which is less than an average kindergartner, and he is in the 6th grade. He has simple sentence responses, and he shows good comprehension if there's rich context given to help him. So some instructional goals for Eldin based on his level 3 language acquisition level. His instructional goals must be the following: to expand his ability to comprehend the language he hears and reads, to produce language to describe, retell, compare, contrast, define, summarize, and report. Apply questions such as what do you do when, how do you react when, write in the areas of writing to write more details, and apply higher order thinking skills of analyze, evaluate, and create.